Hello, hello. How is everybody doing out there tonight? I'm, of course, your host, Mega Mike the Movie Man. We are here to celebrate my birthday today, so thank you all for celebrating with me. How we are going to do that today is we're going to go ahead and bring out an amazing panel for you all, and we're going to be going over our top 5 movie recommendations from each of our individual birth years or birth decade for some people. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We might have some honorable mentions in there as well. But because we have such a big panel, I will let you all know we might not be diving into the chat as much. Unless you do a super chat, then of course those will get read live. And of course, I appreciate that so much. But yeah, let me go ahead and bring up some banners here. So go ahead and treat the like and subscribe as birthday candles and blow them out for me. If you love movies, celebrate with the panel through those super chats. Unwrap the mega memberships for some exclusive perks and content. And of course, feel free to gift them to anybody. That way we support the community. And thank you all once again so much. But let's go ahead and bring out this panel for you all right now. And because we have so many people here today, we're not going to do everybody one by one. We're going to bring everybody out real quick. So say hello, everybody, as you come on out.
Hello.
Howdy.
What's going on?
Yo.
Oh, look at that.
Hello, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. I made you a cake.
Thank you so much for your hangout, the birthday cake and everything. I love it.
Baked it himself.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's just get started because I know we got a lot of great movies to get through.
I would imagine.
So our first birth year movie recommendation, I know Huck for you is a little bit more difficult, but that's okay. That is okay. What do you got? What do you got to recommend to us today?
Well, let's see. Well, hold. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to start, I'm going to try to actually lean into the year instead of just so you guys know how limited it is. Now, the one hot highlight I will say from '66 is I came out the same year as Star Trek. So heck yeah, me and Trek are the same age. Leave my dogs happy. But what I'm going to go with for 66, the first one, because on the next one, Tim, I'm going to need your help if you have a certain check the private chat. I sent you something. You're going to assist me on the next one. But for this one, I'm going to go with 1966. There it is right there. And then a little Torn Curtain, a little Alfred Hitchcock for you guys right there, starring Paul Newman and Julie Andrews. I actually I loved all these films in here, but I got just absolute kick out of this. I thought they had really nice chemistry together. It's Hitch himself wasn't a huge fan of Torn Curtain, but I liked it a lot. I thought there was a really good story going on. Like what's Paul Newman? What's his story? He's kind of like leads this double life, and Julie Andrews kind of follows him on the mission that he's going on. And once she's there, she's kind of wrapped up in it. And, shenanigans ensue. And there you go. So the first one I'm going to pick is Torn Curtain. Got a hitch. At least I got some hitch in there, y'all. So that's a win.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah,
Right,
see, Huck, your decade's not so bad. I mean, come
Let's
on.
go.
A Hitchcock title, that is all you need. So
Right. So none of you guys had hitch come out in your years, right?
that's true. No way I could choose any Hitchcock.
Hold up.
Yep.
Oh,
Right on.
All right, Tim. I know you got an awesome year. So what do we got?
Yes. I'm going to get really cocky because I freaking love 1987. It's a banger of a year. Yes. I'm going to be showing between my 5 and honorables. It's classic after classic. This might not go in some people's, though, because might not be classic enough status, but Adventures in Babysitting. I freaking love this movie. It is what I love in a lot of movies. I love fun. This movie is just fun. Elizabeth Shue babysitting some kids, having to travel into the city to rescue her friend. Absolute shenanigans happen. It's a blast. This is such a fun movie. I had a great time with it every single time. So yes, this is absolutely one of my favorites of 1987.
Yeah, that is a great one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Appearance of Thor in the MCU. Remember seeing that there in the theater there.
Nice. One of my Rad Nines is.
Nice little adventure.
And you had an autograph on that one, Tim. Who was that from?
Keith Coogan.
Oh,
Cool. Nice. Keith Coogan and I used to have the same agent.
Oh, funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
He would get everything. But yeah, and that's posters also. Speaking of like loving that stuff, that's a Drew Struzan poster.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes. Well, when I got this autograph, when I met him, what was cool is he had you could do photo ops with him, and he had like the background with the building, and you stood next to him and posed as if you were climbing up the building with him, and then they just rotated the picture. It was so cool. So I have a picture of climbing up the building with Keith Coogan.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's very awesome.
Oh, and we do already got a super chat.
Look
from
at that.
Tiana Loves
Nice.
Movies. The Canadian $6.99. Happy birthday, Mike. Sorry I'm late, guys. You are not late at all, Tiana. Thank you so much for being here, celebrating the super chat. Just awesome. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. What do we got for a thank you here?
Hi.
I love you.
Thank you.
Passing you into Mr. Wayne.
There we go.
Nice.
All right. So let's go ahead and get into our next year here. We got Derek. Derek has another good year. So what do we got?
Yeah, I'm 1985, hence the Derek 85. Most of my picks seem extremely basic to me, but they're fantastic and I love them. This is like Adventures of Babysitting, another Rad 9. Hey, there's a person down there now. Another Rad 9 selection I did. And that's the Goonies. Who
Oh,
doesn't
hell yes.
Goonies?
Very cool.
Yes. Box, that's too big for my show. But yeah, like I said in my Rad 9 video, I watched this every Christmas Eve on the VHS at my cousin's house for Christmas Eve, and I fell in love with it and proceeded to therefore buy it on DVD and Blu-ray and so on and so forth ever since. So it's oddly enough like a Christmas movie to me. It has nothing to do with it whatsoever. But the Goonies.
Very good. Nice choice.
Shuffle.
Favorite movie of all time there.
Derek, what is that version you have though? That box, is that a one
This is,
click or something?
It's just the collector's edition Blu-ray. Yeah, so inside of it,
Nice.
I kind of want to just go by the 4K and then swap it out for this and keep the box. But it comes with the board game and the map and a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow,
It's-
that's nice.
I think I found it like on a Best Buy on sale for like $10 one day, and I was like, I'll take that.
This wasn't worth the price I paid per se.
Oh,
what was
that
in
one.
it.
Was that
But-
the 4K one?
But yeah, it's the 4K. It has some trinket stuff in there, but I way overpaid for this thing.
Oh,
It's nice looking at least.
Oh yeah.
It's
At least it's
cute.
different than this one. They didn't
Great
like
display item.
I
Yeah.
paid
Yeah.
this thing was like 45 or 50 or something like that. It was too much
Yeah.
considering it's a slipless 4K inside.
Yeah. And then they did the Beetlejuice one like that also.
yep.
And I
Yeah.
bought that too.
Yeah.
Mine was slipless until I went to Walmart and got one.
Attaboy.
You smashed a slip out of there.
Magnet.
Hey, I paid for that. Like Tim said, that was way overpriced for no slipcover on it. So.
It's kind of crazy that they do stuff like that. They should always put a slip. with it.
Right, my V for Vendetta, the nice V for Vendetta one came without a slipcover too. I
They
was like,
never,
what?
they never put them in those things. Like the ET lunchbox set on Amazon
Hmm.
is not cheap, and it's a slipless 4K.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah, especially if it's like the only way to get it and it's brand new. You'd think it would sort of be guaranteed to have one in there.
You'd think.
It doesn't fit right, I guess.
All right. Let's go to Peer Hangout. What do we got?
So first one I'm going to pull here is Risky Business.
Ooh,
Tom Cruise, who's very much in the news right now. I remember the first time I saw this, I was late to getting into the movie because I caught it like on a movie channel or something. And the first scene that I see as a young kid is that the train scene. I'm sure everybody knows. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. So that was a interesting entry to this movie. But yeah, Tom Cruise, basically his parents are gone for like a vacation, and he accidentally falls into being a pimp, essentially. But I really like this movie because his second option to go to college is actually the town I live in. When he says sort of near the end, looks like I'm going to the University of Illinois. That's just cool because that's where I'm from.
Very cool.
Awesome pick.
yes.
I still need to see that movie.
Yeah, me
Such
too,
a
yeah.
great movie.
Yes,
It's really good.
parties that came out of that.
What's that?
The amount of party themes that came out of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And Tangerine Dream does the score for
The
it.
score.
And it's
Oh, nice.
it's so good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in fact, that was playing in the scene you saw, the Love on a Train.
Yes.
That's yeah. I remember it well myself. Rebecca De Mornay, come on now.
All right, Tony, what do we got?
Okay, so way back from 1969, an Alfred Hitchcock classic, Topaz. You know, nobody really ever talks about Topaz, and it's probably a good reason why, because nobody ever even has ever seen it. Have any of y'all seen this?
Including you?
Have you seen it?
Yes,
I
I have.
have.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing I know about this, I've never seen it. No, I have not seen it. But it did. Alfred Hitchcock filmed 3 different endings for this film, so I definitely want to check it out to see what that's all about. But yeah, I kind of grasped at straws. Out of my stack, I've seen like 3 of them because my birth year wasn't a very good year.
The year's a great year. 69.
I feel you.
You better have though. Isn't Wait Until Dark 69?
Not that I saw.
It's
Not in his stack, it isn't.
See, Tim just checks all the dates on everybody. He does the
You would know.
excellent work.
67. Okay, I knew it was late 60s.
Because if
Well,
it
that's
was,
all
I
right.
would have definitely popped that one up.
All right, Fish, what do we got?
All right. My number 10, or not my number 5. My number 5. My number 5, number 10. Number 5, I'm going with a Burt Reynolds classic. I don't own this one yet, but it's Smokey and the Bandit. I need to get this on 4K. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. Burt Reynolds, Sally Field, Jackie Gleason.
Jerry
I
Reed.
don't remember a whole lot
Jerry
about
Reed.
it. Yes, Jerry Reed. But I don't remember a whole lot about it other than car chases, Sally Field running away from wedding. Yeah, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot I remember about that one. That's why I need to watch it again. But yeah,
It's a great
I do
one.
remember enjoying Smokey and the Bandit from 79.
So you know he's being chased by Sheriff Buford T. Justice,
Buford, that's Buford T. Justice. That's yeah.
and his son is the one she was going to marry. So he's
Yes,
always
that's right. That's right.
He's in tow. That movie's
Sally
hilarious.
Field
It has a great song in it. Eastbound and Down.
He's
Yeah.
bound down.
Oh, okay.
18-wheeler rolling.
Like I said, I
Yeah,
need to rewatch. It's been
It's very
Probably since-
rewatchable.
The
Yeah.
4K is really good.
Carting beer across state lines, like that's the plot. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I know. Yeah.
All right, so Last American Girl, you're 94, just like me. So you get first choice, though. You get first dibs on the 94 title. So if there's a title you really want, I suggest you pull it right away.
Ooh,
And if not, I might take it.
First of all, happy birthday! And
thank you
as I was looking through these, 94 was a fantastic year for horror movies. So I'm pretty sure that you snagged all of those. I try to leave them to you. But based on like the little background you got going, we have a lot of the same ones. But my number 5, I don't have physical media because I don't know. I just
That's okay. You're a millennial. Keep
I
going.
don't. Do we even count as millennials or right at the end? True Lies. And this one came up because of the James Cameron stream that we did. So I just recently rewatched it, and oh my goodness, it has action. It's sexy. I'm a sucker for Jamie Lee Curtis,
Yes.
and
aren't we all?
So I went with that one.
Very
That-
good
what-
choice.
Great choice.
Blindfolded,
Great pick.
sexy thing she has going. Oh my god. Yeah. That is such a great movie.
Yeah. It's not on Blu-ray or 4K
that one's
anyway,
awesome.
so you don't have to feel bad for not having it either.
A lot of fun. That one's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when
Tom
she's all
Arnold.
sexy and holding the thing and then falls while she's trying to be sexy. And then gets up real quick and then like recovers. And then Arnold's like,
I think that was an accident too, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
it's so
It
good.
has a little of everything, and it's just such a pleasure to watch.
It was fun. It's been years since I've seen that, but it was great.
All right, so another 94 title here now for me. And I know Last American Girl, you did not choose this one. No way. But an amazing 94 classic that everybody needs to have on physical. And that's, of course, Street Fighter.
Nice.
Yeah. Gotta have it. All-time classic, right? Jean-Claude Van Damme, Raul Julia. Now, what I love about the movie is they include every single Street Fighter 2 character. They do not miss one. They're all in there. I don't know if they're all represented accurately or the best, but they're all there at least, which is more than I can say for the latest Mortal Kombat movie. But there we go. Street Fighter, very fun, very cheesy for its time. But yeah, I get a kick out of it. So
It's a fun one.
Yep.
So
That was
bad it's good.
Raul Julia's last movie too, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it for kids.
Whoops.
And that edition comes with what's it called? Bison
The
Bucks. right?
Bison Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bison Bucks
Oh,
are
yes.
awesome. Have you guys all seen the Bison Bucks?
No, I keep
No.
missing,
Yeah.
missing that one. I
Really like
see
the
it every
best
now and
of
again.
it.
I need to grab that.
And look at the back too. The
Ooh.
back
Oh,
is
Napoleon
looks
amazing.
amazing.
I love the back, but the Bison Bucks. Let's find it. Okay, yeah, all the way from Bisonopolis. Let me zoom in on this right here. So if the currency ever changes the Bison Bucks, I'm already ready to go. And I already got 100 Bison Bucks right there.
That's so cool.
Nice.
So there we go.
It'll be the currency of the future.
See, I'm already prepared. Already investing right there. All right, so Huck, we're now on to our second birth year movie
Now-
recommendation, right? Number 2.
Before you go full screen
Yeah.
though, Tim, do you have a little assist for me?
I do have it. Yes.
Throw it up, show the cover. I am going to present to you a Godzilla movie, and it's Godzilla versus Sea Monster.
Which is one of these discs. I don't know which one.
There it is.
It is most certainly in there.
So
Yes.
yeah. So apparently, Godzilla versus Sea Monster came out, and when I was growing up, little Huck, my mom would always like Sunday morning was like Monster Theater, and it would always show a lot of Godzilla ones. And I remember like Sea Monster very vividly. Like it for some reason it replayed a couple times, and I got Hitch and a Godzilla movie in my year. So let's go, Rubber Suit Monsters. Right?
Yeah, they weren't the same movie. That'd be interesting.
And at least these are ones that I've watched. There are others probably like, Baby Jane. I've never seen that, so I'm not putting it on the list, but I sure watched the hell out of Godzilla, so
Nice.
I'll put him on the list.
And what did you say that one? That was Godzilla versus what?
It was
A
Godzilla
water
versus
monster?
Sea Monster.
Oh, Sea Monster.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Tim,
Most
thanks
famous
for
of
the
all the
assist.
Godzilla monsters.
I knew you just picked that up.
All right, Ted.
All right, so Schwarzenegger is one of my favorite, turn your brain off actors. I love his entire filmography is great. My favorite of his is actually kind of, I'm not gonna say controversial. People like it, but it's not T2, which would be most. I adore Running Man. Freaking love Running Man.
Yes.
This movie is quotable, fun, awesome sci-fi aesthetic. Arnold is great and badass in it. Just love everything about it. The whole game show aesthetic. It's so much fun. Arnold had 2 bangers in 1987. 2. And
Wow.
I went with this one. That's, like I said, my favorite. This is actually Stephen King, if people didn't know.
Yeah.
Stephen King and Schwarzenegger together. But yeah, Running Man all the way.
Yeah, that's great.
I love
That
Running
one's a lot of fun. There's so many one-liners in that one. It's so great.
Yeah.
So many
And
cheesy
Richard
ones.
Dawson?
Richard
Oh,
Dawson.
Dawson,
Yeah,
so
he's such a great villain too.
could not have
Family
picked
Feud.
He was so good. Yeah, he was already like a host in his own right, but man, he was excellent. Perfect in that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Just sleazy enough and just just perfect.
Right?
He's already creepy in real life, so why not make
Right.
All right, Derek.
What month is it again?
What month?
Yeah, Criterion month, right?
Year.
I'm gonna do Brazil
Ah.
because I didn't get to say it on the last stream we did. But yes, it came out in 1985, and it is my favorite Terry Gilliam film. It's got Robert De Niro in it, Jonathan Pryce, everyone else who's involved with Monty Python, essentially. If you haven't seen it, it's like Blade Runner had a baby with Monty Python, and it has some of the most brilliant direction you'll ever see. Tony loves it. He told me I recommended it to him, and he bought it, and it's his new favorite movie of all time. But so if you haven't seen Brazil, go out and get it for half price right now, so they can announce a 4K in August.
Exactly.
It definitely needs a rewatch because
it's interesting.
I hear you, Tony.
There's 3 versions of it to watch, so it's always fun.
Yeah.
Something tells me that wasn't your favorite now, Tony.
It wasn't.
I felt bad.
It needs a rewatch. Whenever anybody says that, I need to give it a rewatch.
I'm a Python fan, but that one didn't click with me when I first saw it either.
Even I needed to watch it more than once because I still liked it because visually it's amazing no matter what. But when I got more into it again on a rewatch, I appreciated it more and more the more I watched it, and now I want to watch it again because it's Criterion love and whatnot.
All right, Pierre, hang up.
All right, next from 83 for me is the first Vacation right here.
Nice.
Ooh.
This is our great introduction to the Griswold family. I wouldn't say this is my favorite one. Probably Christmas is, and I'm someone who really likes Vegas Vacation.
I love Vegas. Vegas is great.
But we all can agree European's the worst. But Regular Vacation is a great movie, and I watch this all the time with my dad. He's who showed it to me, so I grew up watching it, and they're hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I always refer to Walmart as Wally World because of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually watched it in
ultimate
California last
dysfunctional
week.
film.
I loved it. It was the first time I've seen it all the way through in probably like 20 years.
I wish
Well,
I
I
got
just
that
watched it
4K
for the
for
first
this.
time
That would have been
today.
nice to hold up.
Today.
Really?
Yeah,
Today?
first time today. First time watch. I finally got the 4K in.
Mm.
But yeah, it was pretty good. I think I like
Yeah, no, it's
better, but it was so
it's
good.
fantastic.
John Candy's great in it. I didn't know John Candy was in the movie, and he
Oh,
has
yeah.
a pretty decent part at that Wally World.
Yeah, right, that's
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Wally World is actually Six Flags here in
It
California.
kind of looked like Six Flags. I'm like, that looks very familiar.
Yeah.
I just want to know who was running all the rides because
Who's stopping them? Yeah.
They turned them on and then it jumped in really quick.
All right, Tony.
okay, my next choice is the first time that the Peanuts ever had a full animated film at the big screen. 1969, A Boy Named Charlie Brown, which I actually seen this one. I grew up watching Charlie Brown and the Peanuts, loved them. And after this one, they did Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, which was another good one. But if you like animation and you like Charlie Brown, Snoopy, this is one you should check out.
Yeah. I grew up with those
Yeah,
two.
no.
Tony.
My kid got
Something
really
like
into Charlie Brown last year and it watched all those a whole bunch. It was cute.
So is that I never actually saw that one before. Is that like feature length? It's not like
It is. Almost 90 minutes. It's like 87 minutes.
wow. Yeah, I've never seen that one before. I've only seen the traditional ones you see every holiday, which are much shorter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the ones
Come Home
the
is
ones
my-
on the holidays are just just an episode, like a TV special. So they're a lot shorter.
But no matter what, Lucy's being a bee in all of them.
Yeah. John.
It's like, what's wrong with that girl?
Yeah, I like Snoopy Come Home. That one's cute.
All right, Fish.
Well, yes, like Tony said, Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown came out in my year. I've never seen it though, so I didn't pick it for one of my movies. But yeah, it came out in '77, so that was pretty cool. I found that out when I was researching all this stuff. But my pick is Rescuers, the original Rescuers.
Yes, I love
Rescuers
it.
came out in '77. Bianca and Bernard, going to help rescue Penny. So yeah, I love The Rescuers. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, just a great good
I
time.
love it. Back when Disney used to have little sad endings.
Right.
Yeah.
Tug at your heartstrings and everything. Yeah.
All right, Last American Girl. What do you got for 94?
I've got Interview with a Vampire.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wasn't
Love
expecting
it.
that one.
Mhm.
Nice.
In the same kind of reasoning for True Lies, I like angsty, dark, again a little bit of sexy inside these movies, and this is one that I was like looking back at, and the cast is phenomenal. Like I had completely forgotten about it. So this is definitely one that, as I was talking to my friends when I was choosing this movie, this is definitely one that we're gonna have a watch party over. We're gonna dress up as vampires and watch it.
Nice.
Are you Army? Did I see
Yeah.
that up there? Awesome.
I got everything.
Oh, let's see that. I got to zoom in again.
the BTS army.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
That's,
nice.
look at my
Jump through your
collection
bias.
of coffees.
Oh, I have the coffees.
that's
I did a taste test of those. I did a taste test video.
Oh,
of those.
did you?
Yeah.
They're really good, and I recommend the hand drip ones too. These are really good.
Oh, no. Sorry to go off topic there.
Speaking of vampires, I got my Yoongi vampire.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Mixie stick.
Nice. And how did you like Tom Cruise in the movie?
I love them. I always like I said, he's one of those as we were mentioning him in like the previous movies. I love a young Tom Cruise. He was still like now that I look at him, like he's a lot older, and you can definitely tell that he's aged with time, obviously, but young Tom Cruise like has my heart. Mhm.
All right. Well, speaking of a movie that has my heart, of course, just because it's such a great movie, mine are all the obvious 94 choices, but let's go with this one. The Shawshank Redemption. Of course, I had to choose it. Nominated for Best Picture. I mean, just all-star cast here, right? Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, just their dynamic back and forth. It's really a character study on them. It's just a great movie, and it all comes together by the end. Gets a little bit twisty, but there's just some awesome moments and scenes in the movie, like when he plays the music over the loudspeakers. Oh, fantastic scene when he goes out and it's raining and he feels the rain. Another powerful scene. So just an awesome movie. Yeah, everybody loves this one, so I don't need to say too much about it.
Nice pick.
Best movie ever, right? On IMDb.
Talking
for a
about-
while.
Pulling at your heartstrings.
Yep, that's an emotional one for sure.
Yeah, I love it. And
Now that's
listening
one.
to
A lot of people, if you do a redo, would you have picked it as Best Picture over?
No. Definitely not.
Forrest
Gump?
Gump.
No,
Forrest
I
Gump.
might have.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love Forrest Gump.
I would have.
Yeah.
I still prefer Shawshank over Forrest
Yeah.
Gump.
I love Forrest Gump, but yeah.
that was
Pulp
tough.
Fiction,
That was
though.
tough. Because I love Forrest Gump so much, and I watched it more. But I enjoy like the story of Shawshank Redemption. I don't know.
I don't know why.
Just the redemption of it,
Yeah.
I feel
Not quite as
weird that
funny
like
either.
Forrest Gump is absolutely beloved, and I think it's a good movie. But I don't love it near to the standards a lot of people do. I'm like, it's
I love Forrest Gump.
I love it too.
That's on my number one right here. What are you talking
Yeah.
about, Tim?
Yeah.
I love it.
Talking
Yeah.
about?
I've seen Shawshank multiple times. I'm like, yeah, I probably looked this.
there's like 10 other Tom Hanks I would put above Forrest Gump. Seriously, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Joe versus the volcano. Let's go.
Yes, for real.
And with one
It's
right
early
here.
comedy, definitely.
I miss his comedies in general. I wish he would get back to that. He was so good.
His comedy era in the 80s was perfection. I loved his comedy stuff.
Oh yeah, Money Pit,
Yes.
Bachelor Party. Yeah,
Dracula.
I just picked up She's Got Mail during the Prime Day thing because it was like $6. I'm like, yeah, more comedy from Hanks.
Oh yeah, you guys keep chatting. I'm just gonna run through the comments just because we're making some good time. So I'm just gonna pop people up.
Happy birthday.
Killer choices chose here, but I'm kind of feeling bad for a few people on this panel.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the Topaz and the torn curtain. I'm like, yes, they're Hitchcock, but they're probably my least favorite Hitchcock movie. So
Look, I have to talk it up, Mike. Don't take it away from me. God damn it.
Also, that's right, 'cause I haven't seen them, so
He's like, I got lower Hitchcock. It's still Hitchcock.
Don't
It's not
you're
like
saying me.
Psycho. You're saying you
bad
should have been
Hitchcock
born
is
in
still better than most things, I would assume. So bad Hitchcock.
of the things I was looking at, yes, it's and the next one I'm going to throw at you is I'm bending the rule a little because it did show
Man,
up
okay.
as a movie in the year, even though it's technically short, but I'm using it.
Hey, it exists. We'll take it.
Hey,
It's in the same
man,
vein as
okay.
Tony.
Cinema Man has a good year right here, 1981. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the movie Body Heat, Kathleen Turner. Porky's
Right.
also was a favorite, as
Porky's.
well as Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good year. That's a good year.
Most
Like
80s
you
years
said,
are
Tony.
good.
Bucko, you can't go wrong with 80s. Like literally any year in the 80s is
Man.
you could pick 5 easily.
Oh yeah, you stay up all day like, what to pick, right, Tony? You know the drill.
Right.
You stayed up all
Right.
day.
That is one of the weaker years.
Oh,
we've
what
had, though, I would
blows
say.
my mind is like 2 more months. If I had been born in January '78, all these movies I could pick from.
I was like 10 minutes before the show. Done.
Could just lie about it. We don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we wouldn't know your year.
Oh, you could IMDb me. I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah,
would
Huck's
call
gonna
me.
pick
Wait,
the
Huck.
year in the 80s, and
Yeah, in the 80s. Yep. I was born in
All your
1985. Let's go. Back to the Future, Ghostbusters.
all right. So we're on to our third birth year movie recommendation. So number 3. All right. Now we're getting down to top 3, Huck. These got to be some real amazing.
And they're only
ones right
getting
here.
better. All right. Well, this was a staple on TV every single year, much like Tony's Charlie Brown stuff. And that was the classic How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
This is an absolute staple masterpiece that comes on every year. And I love the voice work. Boris Karloff does voice work in this, the narrator and stuff. And yeah, man. This was a good one. So it might be short, but it did come up as part of my search. And well, by cracky, I'm picking it because at least it's something everybody's seen and is fairly beloved. So
Great. Still
Yeah,
the
there
best
you go.
Grinch.
Hey, that's a great
Oh, yeah.
choice right there. I mean,
Wonderful.
talk about rewatchability. Most people
Yeah.
will rewatch that one at least once a year.
Yeah,
Now, do you
my-
prefer that one, Huck, over the live action one? Because I actually really like both of them.
I'm sort of a fan of all. Even the newer one with Steve Carell had a lot of charm to it. So it was way funnier than I was expecting it to be. So,
Yeah, I like that.
but yeah, and I'm a Carrie fan, so I like Carrie's performance. So to have the Grinch literally as a tangible live action character, that was insane. But who
Yeah.
better to do it than Jim? So
Yeah.
that makes
yeah, I
it
like them
crazy.
both because sometimes this is also a little caught up in itself with pace because of when it was made. So even though it's short, it does take its own little time getting where it's going. So
Mhm.
but yeah,
You're
I
right.
like 'em both.
It seems longer than it is because
It
because
does
of-
seem
because
longer.
because of his tone and how he speaks and the
Yep.
animation and everything, and it
Yeah.
seems
Yeah.
longer than 30 minutes. You know.
And then-
Oh,
and then
but it's
everything,
not.
Everything always
everything
Oh,
feels-
yeah,
happens.
but it's got everything you
Everything
need.
happens at the
It's
end of it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Everything's at the end. Yes.
And then especially on a cable TV with all the commercials in it, it probably at least gets to an hour with that.
It was
so.
an hour. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, what do we got?
All right, keep me smaller screen first.
Okay.
So, if I said buddy cop movies, what's the first thing you guys think of?
Lethal
what's the top?
Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Rush Hour.
Lethal Weapon.
All right, I heard plenty of Lethal Weapon, damn it. And that's why Lethal Weapon is 1987.
Come on, baby.
Hell yeah.
Is probably, I'd say this is the epitome of the buddy cop movie. Bad Boys is great. Rush Hour is fun. A lot of great movies in the genre. But this sucker made it all for me. The whole franchise is good, but the first movie, love it so much. So yeah, Lethal Weapon. Yet another banger from 1987. Getting too
And,
old for this shit.
Tim, I'm guessing you consider that one a holiday movie as well?
Yeah, I mean, it is. I don't watch it as much as Die Hard on Christmas time, but yes, it's a holiday movie.
Yeah.
I finally watched that for the first time last Christmas because they had that like 4-pack for like $10 at Target. okay.
Mike's being invaded there. Hey, man, happy birthday!
Birthday, Anna.
Look at that.
Birthday show
Birthdays.
on camera.
I told her we needed
Happy
some party
birthday.
supplies. So there
Oh,
we
happy
go.
birthday!
Ran out to the Dollar General and got you some parties.
All right,
Party in that
amazing. And a favorite movie from your birth year?
I don't
All
know.
right, go
I
Google
don't
it.
know. I don't know. What was done in 92?
92?
Kudos.
Ooh.
Kudos
Aladdin?
92.
How about Aladdin?
There you go.
I do a whole new world.
We
Yeah.
got a song out of her. Nice.
Bye, everybody.
No. Uh-oh.
All right. So where were we at? Okay, yeah, Tim just said Lethal Weapon. Got it.
Yes.
All right, Derek, what do we got?
I'm trying to go from like most obvious to least obvious, but this one's probably the most obvious. The good thing about this movie is that it doesn't take money, it doesn't take fame.
Mm.
It doesn't need no credit card to ride this train.
Ah,
Maybe Back to the Future.
yay.
I mean, obviously, it's Back to the Future. Everyone's gonna pick it for 1985 best movie. I love the trilogy. I actually grew up on Back to the Future 2. I had it on tape and I watched it constantly. But when I was like 14-ish years old, I became strangely obsessed with Crispin Glover for some reason. And Back to the Future became my favorite movie / franchise of all time. And it is still my favorite trilogy ever because most trilogies have been ruined by now, except for Back to the Future.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Surprised it wasn't number
Awesome.
one.
Wonderful pick.
That's too obvious to be number one.
Too obvious. There you go.
I actually just watched that last night.
Nice. Yeah, I binged all of them finally.
You have like
a week
all these
ago.
movies ready to go. You got like
Yeah.
everybody's movies right there. Look at that.
Oh,
Call the
I-
head.
Ready to
They're
go.
all, they're all
too.
around me from all these they're all around me from all these VHS and slipcover tournaments and all this stuff. So
Oh,
they're
nice.
just all around my chair right here.
Where's
I do
my
not
Godzilla
think
fish?
they
Come on.
either.
You got your pile back. Yeah, I finally moved mine today.
Wait,
This is,
wait,
on, this is on sale for Prime Day, I think. I don't know if
Wait
it's
a
still on
minute.
sale, but it was.
so fish, you still have all of that stuff piled around you?
I can't move.
It has
actually
been
have
But
leaving.
you know what? I don't want to put it. I don't want to put it up because as soon as I put it up, it's going to be time for the steelbook and slipcover, like full shebang. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting all this shit back out.
Tony,
I'm
if I
just
send you
gonna
a
leave it
picture
out.
in one of the group chats of what my room looks like right now, you might unfriend me and unfollow me because I am surrounded by movies all over my floor, all over. Stacks of movies everywhere.
And why
I need help, Tony, I need help.
No.
Is that because of tonight or all the things?
No,
lately?
this is from like I don't know the past 7-8 streams I've done, or videos I've filmed. I pull stuff out and it doesn't go back in.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, no, and I'm not putting them up because I've still got to do my Rad 9 and I've still got to do my 80s.
Yeah,
I'll spend
I mean,
an hour
Yeah, I
looking
did my
for
80s one too.
Last American Girl
Movies
doesn't have to
for
worry
these
about
streams.
this.
see,
Yeah.
No, well, I
She's all
collect
happy
a lot
about
of
it.
other random things. Like I do have like some physical media, and now that we've mentioned like how beautiful that is,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I have like 8 copies of this. So if anyone needs one, let me know.
Good one, Tony.
And
Nice.
it comes with stuff. Oops, it's broken.
Oh no!
I don't want that one.
I have it. So we got a really nice like cover to it and everything. So like I do collect it. I'm just very specific about it, or else my rooms would look like you guys.
I mean, I take it as a compliment.
Mhm. Comes with postcards, comes with a photo card, little standees. Mhm.
I am not
Tony,
specific.
what's your
I just
what's your
buy
take
shit.
on all that?
It was like I collect everything.
Tim's added on rooms to his house just to have a music room. And
I'm not even joking. I'm thinking about finishing the attic because I want to take this movie room, put it up in the attic, finish it. That'd be nice.
I got to walk up a lot of stairs for streams then. That wouldn't be good.
Well, I can have everything in one place.
Pretty sure you're falling down 2 flights of stairs from now on.
Attic
But would it
blues.
be irresponsible of me to take out a $60,000 loan, add a wing to the house just to have a cooler YouTube room?
Not if you can afford it.
I mean, honey.
I mean, I'm getting a promotion at work, so I can
Yeah, there
justify
You
it,
gotta
right?
pick yourself.
There you go.
YOLO.
All right, Peer Hangout. What do we got?
So my next movie is such a tearjerker that I had to turn it into a Kleenex box.
Ah,
Aw.
that's great. That is hilarious.
I love that movie.
This is the Best Picture winner of 1983, and actually, I wasn't. There's another movie that I wish would have won for the longest time, so I kind of had like a bias against this movie for the longest time, but it's grown on me to where I actually love it now. And I think it's a great film. It's very difficult to watch, and I haven't watched it since I had kids, and I don't know if I would be able to. Actually, it would be a very difficult watch. But yeah, it is. It's a fantastic movie, and the Best Picture of 1983.
Tony,
you
how
get
you
that
feel
one.
about that
So
being
good.
crashed into a Kleenex box?
That's perfect. That is perfect. That is perfect.
Yeah,
for
well,
that
yeah.
movie.
You
Absolutely.
need
I
it.
love
You
it.
need it for the
That's great.
movie. So.
Yeah.
That's a terrific
Yeah.
prop.
I just
It was an
watched that. I
artwork.
just watched that for the first time this year for Derek's Elise tournament.
It's
Oh,
so
nice.
good, right? Fish?
Pictures. And yeah,
really
it broke me. It was a good one. I really enjoyed that. Shirley MacLaine, Deborah
Yeah.
Winger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Deborah Winger was great.
Yeah, everybody was great. Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Yeah,
and,
Daniels is great. He's like the only person in that movie not to get nominated for an Oscar.
And then those
Danny
kids,
DeVito, a young Danny DeVito.
Or Jeff Daniels.
the kids in the hospital room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
Thanks,
perfect.
that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if I could watch it now that I got kids.
It's
Pass
a
me a
perfect
tissue. Pass me a
dramedy,
tissue.
though.
Tony
because
was talking
it's
about the
really
kids in the
funny, too.
hospital. Pass me a tissue.
Here,
Derek,
just
what was
grab
the
my
one?
VHS box.
What's the one you wish would have won instead?
We'll get there.
Ah,
I
gotcha.
could have blurred it out, and I was like, oh, he's probably building up to that.
That's why you kept it a secret. Nice.
All
Tony,
right,
where's your
Tony.
tissue box?
So my next one is True Grit.
Ooh,
This right here, of course, is a classic Western. John Wayne. So I actually didn't watch this one up until after I saw the remake. So I saw the remake first, which I really enjoyed. And then I took time to watch this one. This is really good. I really enjoy a good Western. Good story. But I really think I enjoy the remake better. Have you ever watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen the old one, but the remake, obviously, as a Coen Brothers nerd, is one of my favorite movies.
This one too.
And then the sequel sucks the most.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There is a sequel.
Rooster Cogburn, I think is what it's called.
Yeah,
or-
Rooster
yeah.
Cogburn. You don't like
Rooster
it? You don't like
Cogburn?
Rooster Cogburn?
1880.
No, I wasn't that into it. The Coen Brothers one's like the clear winner
Yeah.
of the three.
All right, Fish.
Okay. This is one I do not have a copy of. It only has a DVD and I don't have it, but I just watched this recently and I fell in love with One on One. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this.
Yeah, Robbie
Yeah,
Williams.
it's a great story. Robbie Benson and Annette O'Toole. He plays a college basketball prospect who has high hopes, and the college has their hopes and dreams put on his shoulders, but he doesn't live up to expectations. So the coach goes out of his way to haze, bully, harass, and do everything he can to kick him off the team. And he just fights back even harder and proves to shows he belongs there and why he belongs there. Great, fantastic movie, One on One. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out.
I have not.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Hey,
Oh,
is
yeah.
the- is
I
the
know.
collective
Maybe an
silence-
aneurysm when I read it, but
You said Annette O'Toole. I've heard. I know
Yeah.
her. That was
Yeah.
about it.
But
Yeah,
Fish, is
and
that
then-
one more of a drama or a romantic?
It's
comedy,
a
or-
drama. It's a drama. Yeah, it's a drama. Annette O'Toole, she plays his tutor, and he forms a crush and then forms a romance eventually. And it's a great movie. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out. It's so wonderful.
That kind of thing was okay back in 1977.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right.
easy then. It's okay.
Right?
Well, they were both students. Actually, she was a teacher student. Anyways, different time, different era.
It was legal back then.
All
But
right,
yeah,
lots of
definitely check out
Mercury
one
girl. What do you got?
Okay, so I'm the music person, and this movie gets mentioned in a lot of my songs. One of them being of the same titled of the same name by Motion City Soundtrack, Pulp Fiction. So Motion City describes it as like a slasher film. I'm torn in opposite directions. The plot sucks, but the killings are gorgeous, and I think that sums it up. It such a like classic cult movie that when you look back at it, you're like, it's maybe not, but it's one of those movies that you can never get out of your mind. And it's one that I do like revisiting and watching every so often. And it's also mentioned in a Fall Out Boy song, Uma Thurman. She wants to dance like Uma Thurman. And and I don't know. I really like that one too.
Yeah, Last American Girl. You picked it, so it was gonna be my next one.
Yay!
I had it ready to go. I just
Knew it was
watched
coming.
it again recently. That dance scene. Oh gosh, the dance scene is amazing. I'm like, I want to dance like that. That was so cool. All right, now I gotta pivot though. I gotta change. I gotta choose a different choice here. So, do I make Huck happy or Tim happy on this one?
Make Huck happy. His
Make
year is
Huck
as
happy.
good.
Okay. We'll make Huck happy.
Wow.
We'll go Ed Wood. Here we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, Ed
That
Wood
is an
recommended
excellent
this one.
choice.
Yes, excellent choice. A black and white movie in the 90s, amazing. But Tim Burton directed. It's super entertaining though, because it's about Hollywood history with the director that directed Plan 9 from Outer Space. So you get to learn something about that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if you love Tim Burton style, you're gonna love it. It has some dark comedy in there. So there's some moments of laughters, right? When one of the actors are like wrestling with the octopus thing or something like that.
Oh, Martin
Yeah, that was
Landau.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin Landau was brilliant in that movie.
That was the best scene.
Yeah, it's my favorite
So
Tim
good.
Burton movie.
He's like, it doesn't work. Just move around like it's attacking you. And he just goes for it. And they're like, cut. That was perfect. Like
That
so
movie
good.
is one of the those of Mystery Science Theater I just bought.
That
Oh,
was
yeah?
that was
Nice.
a great recommendation, because that was first.
Oh,
time
so
I-
good.
Thank you. I'm so
Best
glad you
supporting
liked
actor,
it.
Martin Landau.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing that too, and I even thought, man, if he doesn't win an award for this, and he got it, I was like, yeah, I was very excited.
I'll go see.
All right, Huck, what do you got?
We got me all pumped up.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry. I got to put up the banner anyway. I'll let you think about it. So we're on
I'll leave it.
our
Okay, I'll think
second
about it.
first year movie recommendation. Okay, number 2. This is serious now, Huck. The second best right here from you. What do you got?
Aha! All right. Now I'm ready because Tony, we're along the same path here because I'm also going Western, and I get the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, nice.
Finally, a really good one. This is back in Clint's spaghetti Western day. Sergio Leone, the music, whatever it is, however it goes.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm trying to sound. American Girl, help me out. You're the music girl. But yeah, I mean, and when I first saw this, like, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was just going to be a quick little, just a Western thing. It was like really like deep and like dramatic and long. Yeah, and it was really long. So yeah, little did I know. But yeah, there you go. Number 2, a little good, bad, and the ugly.
Great choice. That's
One of
my
these days
favorite
I'll watch
Western
that.
right there. Yeah. I love the showdown at the end. Oh yeah, when they're just like looking back and forth at each other.
Yeah, it's just eyes. That was a
It was
great.
constant throughout the whole film. That
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like wow.
I still need to see the other 2 in that trilogy. I've only seen that one. I haven't seen, was it A
I haven't
Fistful
seen
of
any of
Dollars,
them.
a few dollars more?
oh yeah, they're
There's
all worth it.
$4 and a few dollars more. Yeah.
Well, they're all about the same, Tony. They're all pretty much like
They
that.
are. Mm-hmm.
So you've seen that one. You've seen the other 2.
Kind of,
Yeah,
but they're all worth seeing.
yeah.
Just don't do it in one sitting.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
I don't know if I
Tunnel
could. The making of stuff on that's really good too. They tell you a lot about like the music and Clint and all that jazz. So
Yeah, it's the Western version of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
yeah.
Is there a great set that has all three?
Yeah, there's the there is a set.
The Man with No Name trilogy. There's a box set.
Really
Okay.
nice box set.
But all those 4Ks they're Kinos, right? But they're not in the set.
Kino, yeah.
All right, Tim.
All right, so I love comedy movies, but sometimes comedies kind of lose how much they hit the more you watch them. And this one never does. I laugh just as hard now as I always did, if not harder sometimes. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This movie is just nonstop funny the entire time. It's got a heart of gold. It's got a good message and good heart to it, but it's so freaking funny. Oh my god! John Hughes was such a juggernaut at this time that he pretty much got to dictate, "Hey, I want this movie rated R just because I'm John Hughes. Why not?" So that I love that airport scene where I want a car.
Yeah.
I love that scene so much. This movie is just, oh my god! Like sometimes I laugh to like where I start losing my breath. Like, so I love this one so much, man. Oh my god!
Great.
Best Thanksgiving movie. Not that there's a whole lot of competition there.
Right, yeah.
No, it's not. But yeah.
That's probably my favorite Hughes movie. Yeah, I was renting a car this week, and I was like, all I could think of was that movie the entire time.
Just the knuckles in the dashboard.
I love that when he looks over at Candy and he's like the devil.
Yeah, he's the devil.
Just the devil. Yeah.
And he just pulls his fingers out of the dash. There's holes in it.
I think that's the most F-bombs in a single, I don't know, movie. I think it is a movie, but I know definitely in a scene, just one after another.
And it's the only thing that made it R-rated. There was nothing else in it
Just
that
that
made it
scene.
R-rated.
It was needed
like-
though.
Yeah.
It was a needed scene.
It's so remembered.
Yeah, it really was.
There's better impact because of it being only that one part.
Yeah, it really was.
And she was great too. She's the Ferris is a
Yeah,
really
yeah,
red
yeah.
dude.
Oh, Edie McClure? Yeah.
Yeah. We don't see her anymore.
Fantastic. The way
She's
she
really
kept a straight face the whole time and was like,
Uh-huh.
you're.
Yeah. She's
I
like,
love
I
that
get
you-
people like you all day.
She's
And
talking
she
about
sounds
oh,
from
no.
Minnesota. Wait, is that right, Derek? Do you know if she's from Minnesota? She
Oh, no,
sounds
not sure. I don't know.
Minnesota
I
or
hope so.
Wisconsin or something.
One of the two.
I guess
You can
Chicago.
tell from what I said.
Remember, she was the receptionist in this too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish we
She's
still
from
saw her.
Shermer, Illinois.
Yeah, she was a big character actress during that time, and it seems like she always played the same character, but she was wonderful.
Yeah.
Small Wonder. Tony,
Yes.
anybody else heard of Small Wonder? Yeah,
Yes.
she played the nosy neighbor.
Yes, she's a good nosy neighbor.
He's hilarious.
She's
I
like
saw her out
our
here.
generation's like what was her name from Bewitched?
Yeah, Ed,
Come on, Tony.
Edith,
Mrs. Kravitz,
Mrs. Kravitz. Yeah.
Edith Kravitz or something.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, off subject, but yeah, Edie McClure, fantastic.
All right, Derek, what do we got?
I have another Tim Burton movie, but it's not as good as Ed Wood, but it's funnier, that's for sure. That would be his first movie, Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Ah.
My other friend Derek would say. Yeah, this movie's hilarious. I watched Pee-wee's Playhouse growing up as a kid, but I never watched the movie really until I was like in my early teens, and I fell in love with it, and I've loved it ever since. And I really want to watch it because I want to watch it with my kid, and I haven't showed it to him yet. But yeah, this is one of the funniest movies,
So
probably of the decade,
It's
and
so
it's
good.
really
So
I
good.
love Paul Rubens. So
I would love to know what your kid thinks about that when he does see it.
Yeah.
he has weird dreams like me, so
I
he'll
think
like
he'll
it.
love it.
If he
Yeah.
sits through it,
What I-
he'll like it. I know that.
Some of those scenes were filmed out in Cabazon, which is not too far from me. So
Oh,
also
nice.
really close filming location.
I know
Yeah,
you
there
are
is
Wood.
the- You know, tell them Large Marge sent you.
There's no basement in the Alamo.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Yeah, I feel like I still need to see that movie. I don't think
right.
Mm. But didn't they do a sequel to that movie?
Yeah,
I felt
it's
like
a
a sequel
Big
came
Top
out not
Big
so
Top
long
Pee-wee.
ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then they
enjoyed
did
Big
that
Top
bad one on
Pee-wee.
Netflix that's even worse than Big Top Pee-wee.
Which
Forget what that
one?
was called. The Netflix one, there was a Pee-wee movie on there.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I'm
Right?
talking
I still didn't see that one.
That one's not good, but it's fun to see Pee-wee again. But yeah, Big Top Pee-wee's not very good either. Pee-wee's Big Adventure is amazing though, so just watch that one 3 times.
Benicio del Toro is the Wolfman in Big Top Pee-wee.
Oh, really?
He's the Wolfman
yeah?
later. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, ironic.
All
No, I
right,
don't watch
good.
this for that.
That's right.
Oh, yes. So this is the movie that I wished had won Best Movie of 1983, and it's an extremely stacked cast, and that is The Right Stuff. Sorry, it's like a mirror image here. This is going to be
Yeah.
hard to show.
Sure.
And this is all about the Mercury astronauts, and I guess the test pilot Chuck Yeager is sort of what the first portion of the movie is about, and he's the first pilot to break the sound barrier. And that was always my favorite part as a kid. This is a movie my dad showed me when I was really young, so I grew up watching this one with him, and he kind of got me interested in NASA and stuff like that. Going to Florida, going to the Kennedy Space Center, that was like our idea of fun. But yeah, this is a great movie with a stat cast. It has, let's see, who all do we got here? Barbara Hershey, Ed Harris, he plays John Glenn, Sam Shepard, Dennis Quaid, Fred Ward, he plays Gus Grissom. We got all sorts of people in this movie. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
I've
You
not
watched
actually seen it.
the Disney Plus remade it, right?
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Actually,
they
oh,
did.
but
I think
they
that
did it
was
into
more
a
of a
show.
It was a
documentary.
miniseries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, this one's like based on true story of the
Mhm.
Mercury astronauts and
Yeah,
Chuck
it's-
Yeager.
It is really
Chuck
good. Yeah,
Yeager,
watch it. Chuck
Um,
Yeager.
he has a cameo in it. It's a little heavy-handed. It's very easy to spot him. He's an extra that just kind of like stares at the actor who is playing him, and it's like, okay, this guy is clearly, it's like
Someone.
an extra that's in the background, like really hamming it up for the camera, basically.
That's funny. That was the Bill Conti score for that, right? Got the
Yeah, I
I
Oscar
think that's
for
right.
that.
Yeah.
Oddly
Yeah, that
enough,
was
he did not win for Rocky, but he won for that, which is
Right. Yeah. it
crime.
is.
He didn't win for Rocky.
That
Wow.
was the tech sweeper of that year, and in terms of endearment, with all the acting and writing stuff,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's another one I watched the first time for that tournament that Derek
Me
had.
too,
It was
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
I
it was
really
great.
enjoyed it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Some
a
of the
long one,
effects
but it's very
don't
good.
hold up anymore. Like the not the rockets, but the jets anyway. They look like model airplanes going through the air with like smoke flying
Oh, yeah.
around them instead of clouds.
The smoke
Yeah.
just
It's
goes
so
up.
good.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
What do you want from them?
Whole
It's a good one.
flash
Yeah, and all the Chuck Yeager stuff was like an afterthought, like too.
Yeah.
Like I think because it was written, and it was like rewritten, and they put all the Chuck Yeager stuff into it.
Yeah, it feels tacked
And it is one of the
on
more interesting
at the
parts of it.
beginning.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
So I love those
All right.
parts.
Tony, what do we got?
Okay, so my next one is the first X-rated film to win Best Picture. And that is Midnight Cowboy.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's got
nice.
Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, you tricker.
What'd you say, Fish?
I said, oh, you tricker. You tricked me. I thought you were really going for something. No.
Yeah, but
He's not lying.
yeah, this is good. I enjoyed this.
No. Yes.
I remember there being a lot of talk about this when I was younger, but I never saw it until I bought this Criterion release. It's really not that bad compared to today's films. But anyway, he's a male gigolo. Dustin Hoffman is his pimp. And yeah. All I got to say about that.
Wow.
Okay.
You really sold it at the end there, Tony.
Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear
Good old
Actually, I
pimp
almost
movie.
picked that up today. But,
Did you?
yeah.
You should get it.
No, I really want to. I mean, I really want to. John Voight, Dustin Hoffman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a standard of it, but yeah, it's a great movie. I really, really liked it the first time I watched it. When I watched it from my AFI Top 100 collection in there too. Yeah, they re-rated it however many years ago.
Yeah, they did.
And it got rated R because there's no reason it should be rated X at all. It's like it's about gigolos. That's really the only reason they could
Right.
have rated X. It doesn't have any like super graphic nudity or anything in it.
No, not at all.
So
It's like saying
It's all
Pretty
off
Woman should be
screen.
rated X because she's a call girl.
right, exactly. Yeah. Think of all the stuff that could be PG rated back then, and that somehow gets an X. It's like,
right.
Just think about it being back in the 1960s. It was probably a big no to have something like that on screen. I don't know.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it though.
Great movie though. Yeah, both lead actors are great in it. I love Dustin Hoffman in it.
And do you guys know when they changed the X rating system? Because now it's NC-17, right? That's the max you can get.
Yeah.
I wonder when they changed that from X rated to.
I forget. I want to say it was in the 80s or something. But
I feel like it happened after
maybe in the 90s.
Yeah, I think the PG-13 happened first, and then NC-17.
Yeah, PG-13 was right after Temple of Doom.
Right.
Yeah,
or right before Temple of Doom. Yeah, right there.
It was after. Yeah, it was because of Temple of Doom and Gremlins. Those two caused it. What was the first NC-17?
Even nowadays, though, almost no one goes for the NC-17 because it's a death sentence. It's just better to go unrated at that point.
Right. Or either too much or just come back just a little bit.
Blonde is like the most recent one, right? That was kind of mainstream.
Which one?
Oh, Blonde? Yeah, Blonde. The streaming one. Yeah, that was NC-17.
Was NC-17?
But that was streaming, so, yeah.
But yeah, that was NC-17. That's right. They probably just did it just for the publicity of it.
Yeah,
that's just it only got enough theaters really to just be Oscar contending, so they had to rate it.
Yeah,
the Netflix strategy.
Good thing they did.
All right, Fish.
Okay.
Side Hustle shares your same year, I think, right?
Side Hustle?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Heck yeah. All right. Well, this one I have seen numerous times as opposed to the others, which I've only seen once or twice. So I chose Close Encounters of the Third Kind for my number 2. For my number 4, my top 2. Yeah. But yes, wonderful music by John Williams. Fantastic direction by Steven Spielberg. Wonderful acting by Richard Dreyfuss, Terry Garr. Oh my gosh, I just went blank on the other actress's name. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. But fantastic score. Let me look. Melinda Dillon. Yes.
The
one whose son gets taken. Yeah, the one whose son gets taken.
Rolls off the tongue.
But yes, fantastic movie. I fell in love with it the first time I watched it because visually it was gorgeous, and the music was fantastic. It's so iconic. It's just the scene with the lights and the music flashing, aliens coming out. It's wonderful movie. So Close Encounters, Third Kind.
Great. You can watch it again. It's great though.
Yeah, I was so confused though when I heard the title of that. I'm like, what is Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Like, what does that mean? And then I think they explained it in the special features. But
they'll explain it during the movie. Yeah, I think to an extent. Yeah, briefly.
And that theme has become so iconic. There was a scene, I want to say it was For Your Eyes Only in one of the James Bond movies. Roger Moore has to punch in this code to get in a door, and it literally it goes, nah, 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 and the door opens. I'm like, I love that. How much they paid John Williams for that little code.
Right.
Does he need any more money though?
Yeah.
He did then.
91, and he's still making soundtracks.
Oh God, crazy.
Still banging them out, absolutely.
Did he do the new Indiana Jones? God damn.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did the new one. Yeah.
Oh, he did do the new one. Yeah.
It's the best part about the movie.
Sure, yeah. I believe you.
I
was pretty positive on it.
I'll watch it when it's free.
It's better than Crystal Skull. I liked it.
Yeah, I preferred Crystal Skull. Like, I liked it, but I still preferred Crystal.
I don't mind Crystal
Skull.
Crystal Skull, the alien thing threw me off. At least this is going back to a historical artifact. Aliens, that didn't really scream Indiana Jones to me. I like the historical aspect to Indiana Jones.
Right.
It was the 50s. That's why.
Yes. Despite how supernatural this device was.
Oh, very supernatural, yeah. But at least there's a basis in an actual item, actual historical people. Like,
yeah.
Either way, they ripped my friend's movie off where we had the Orb of Destiny. So.
All right. Last American Girl, what do you got? Are you going to take another one of mine?
I'm afraid so.
I know you are. Just do it. Go for it.
So, if I did have physical media, it would be in my garage, and it would be a cassette, and it would be in Spanish. And this would be The Lion King. I'm wearing my Lion King shirt. Well, it's my sister. She let me borrow it. It has Timon and Pumbaa on it.
Oh, that's cool.
So somewhere around, first of all, I watched it in Spanish growing up. So I know like every word, like word for word in dialogue in Spanish. Then somewhere around like maybe early high school, I watched War Games with Matthew Broderick.
Yes.
Fell in love with him.
Nice.
So I had to watch every single thing that he made. And turns out he's the voice of Simba. Just not the singing voice. And so then began my journey into watching The Lion King and memorizing it word for word in English, thanks to Mr. Matthew Broderick. And this is the golden age of Disney, where we've got the banger soundtrack, the animation, beautiful. Beautiful movie. 10 out of 10. And it's right here.
Great choice. Wonderful movie.
Very good.
That's all right. I'll pull it.
Mike doesn't
I
look
got
as
it here.
upset this time.
Yeah. You didn't steal it from me. I had it in my honorables though, so I had it right there.
Yeah.
So it was there.
I thought it was Matthew Broderick that was singing in that.
Someone else was singing, but he's the main voice.
Oh, I thought he was a singer. I
you.
know the kid was a different singer, but I thought he was the singer.
Yeah, stunt singer.
Yeah, because like he's a Broadway guy. He sings and stuff.
Young
Right.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
That's blew my mind too.
Yeah, the young stuff is
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, but it's a different kid singing. I thought he actually sang Matthew Broderick, but who knows? The credits, so we'll look into it later.
Probably in the bonus features that none of us have watched.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or the internet.
Yeah.
It's
on the Google.
Matthew Broderick singing was cut from The Lion King. I'm not sure who covered it instead. Despite often singing in his work, Broderick opted not to perform his own vocals in the film. Toto lead singer Joseph Williams.
Oh, nice.
No way.
Yeah, that's even better.
It's fitting because Africa and stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
That's funny. Wow.
All right. So way different from The Lion King. We gotta go with Speed. Yes, Keanu Reeves, amazing. Andrew Bullock, amazing. Yeah, such a fun movie. Just total thriller action. I love the jump with the bus where you're like, that totally should not happen physics wise, but it does anyway. Yeah, super fun. But yeah, you guys know Speed. It's amazing. It's so good. It's
Die Hard on a bus.
Action thrillers.
Right, exactly.
Easily one of my favorite action movies of all time. Yeah, I grew up with that.
Yes, Dennis Hopper is so good in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. They blew that bus up outside my business when I was working that day. Like we all forgot that was happening, and we all heard this explosion. We went running out, and then when Keanu Reeves running down the street, I was like, oh, "What?" It was so great. And then later that night, ran into him at a bar.
So you're in the background then?
No, because I'd run out after it blew up. But yeah, but later that night, we all ran into him at a bar, and he hung out at our table. So that was
nice. That's cool.
Nice.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I sat right there next to him.
So dreamy.
Before
it was. No kidding. I was like, dang.
We got mid-level media in the chat saying happy B-Day, Mega Mike. Last year of your 20s, enjoy it. See, don't remind me. Don't need to be reminded.
Soon your back's gonna hurt. You won't be able to sleep right. You'll turn over and your
you have to go already feel that way. What's it gonna happen when I hit 30s? I'm just not gonna be able to move.
I don't know, but besides body going downhill, though, I like my 30s more than my 20s, to be honest. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, the good thing, as we are movie lovers, even if the body goes away, it's like We can just be on the couch watching the movie. That's fine.
Built on our
It
wheelchairs.
works good for our hobby. Now, if we were like into spelunking or something like that, movie watching, we're good.
Wow.
I'm finally starting to feel too old for the pit.
Oh, the mosh pit. Oh, God.
I am way past that. I am in the back at the concerts.
Oh, yeah. I'm the designated
I'm in the
driver.
other
I'm ready to take the building.
I'm just mad I can't see over everybody, even though I'm tall. But I gotta.
I'm short, so I have to be in the front. If I'm not in the front, I can't see.
All right. So now we're into, and we're flying through these, everybody. But we're on our first birth year movie recommendation, and we will have honorables as well. So don't leave yet, people. We'll have those. But yeah, number ones now. These are the best of the best from your year. Huck, what do we got?
All right, we're finishing strong, y'all. There's nothing greater than Adam freaking West. Batman. The same year they came out with Batman the movie. Adam West, Burt Ward, the ultimate villain combo. Yeah, the Joker, the Riddler, the Penguin, and Catwoman, all chock full in this thing. And they gave us the Batcopter and the Batboat, so that they would then use the footage of those over and over again in the TV show, which was brilliant planning on their part. Yeah, I mean, look, if you grew up, and I didn't see that, I saw that show in the 70s, but I mean, look, that was the product of its time, and it was so much fun seeing this really rich, colorful, funny show with Batman, because who didn't love Batman? And yes, we have our darker Batman today, but back in the day, that was our Batman. The Bat Tootsie. Come on now, who doesn't know how to do that?
Yes,
with his sharper villain.
Yes, the sharper.
And the movie had a lot of charm. Look, one of my favorite lines of all time was when Adam West was running around with the bomb, and he's just trying to get rid of it. Every time he tries to throw it, there'll be ducks in the pond. Oh, can't throw it there. And he throws it over here, and there's a young couple floating in the water. I can't throw it there. And then the quote, "Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb." That was great. So that's my pick. Number one, Batman the movie.
See, Huck, you had a great decade of movies right there. I mean, come on. You can't beat Adam West Batman. I mean,
and look, Mike, I finished with a superhero movie. You gotta love that.
I love it.
Check your local Tearjerker, by the way, because they've been clearancing the heck out of the Todd McFarlane Batman 66 toy lines.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they had the boat 70% off. They had all the figures 70% off.
Wow.
So, hey.
I'm on it.
All right, Tim, number one.
This is going to be super predictable. If you know what came out in 1987, you know damn well what I'm choosing here. It's Evil Dead 2.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite movies of all time just happens to also be 1987. I mean, what the hell can I say? It's fucking Bruce. Come on. This movie's amazing. I'm enough on this movie. So, yeah.
Excellent. Cool. You can't do better than that, dude.
I know. That was the perfect year for you, Tim.
Right. It was meant to be.
You were born in that year just so you could pick that movie.
Yep.
All right, Derek.
Right. Mine is my least obvious pick, in my opinion. That's why I made it my number one. But it's one I love just the same. And that is George A. Romero's Day of the Dead. The third in the Good Dead trilogy, as I refer to it, because everything after this was mediocre to terrible.
Hey, now Land of the Dead is fun.
Land of the Dead is, that's the mediocre one. That's the best of the bad ones. But yeah, on a good day, if I'm in the right mood, I almost like this as much as Dawn of the Dead, but not quite. But yeah, Day of the Dead has better effects, I would say. It's not quite as slow, so it's a more fun watch than Dawn of the Dead if you're not a huge fan of it. So if you haven't seen Day of the Dead, I prefer it over at least Night of the Living Dead, which is a masterpiece. So that's saying something.
So yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
I have not seen that.
No, I need to.
Oh, it's so cool. It's another one that took more than one watch for me to really love it, but I always liked it.
And is that one in black and white or color?
Yep. They're all the only one that's black and white is the original.
Mhm. All right, Peer Hangout.
So, yeah, for I guess my number one is actually part of a trilogy, and it's my least favorite of the trilogy, but one of the greatest movies to come out in '83, and that's Return of the Jedi. I started out. This was I think starting out, this was my favorite because of the little teddy bears, as I would put it. But then I found them to be too childish and kiddie. So then I pushed it at the end, and I almost didn't even like this movie. But then, growing up as an adult, I've seen how this has some of the best moments in it, despite the cute little Ewok teddy bears that are in the movie. So it's definitely grown. In my opinion has grown on it. So, but it's kind of been up and down for me. But I like it again at this moment. I am very much a fan of it. So, yeah, Return of the Jedi.
Good pick.
I love the Ewoks.
Absolutely.
The
Wonderful
Ewoks
pick.
are amazing, and the Ewoks, they may look cute and cuddly, but they're savages.
They
They'll
are
roast
vicious.
you over a fire. They'll tear you apart. So don't let the cuteness, throw you off there. They'll come after you.
Yeah, and some of them got what they had coming to them.
Yeah, yeah. You go, Tony.
All right, so I guess Tony's not a fan of the Ewoks. All right.
No, I like the Ewoks, but
We just
the
try to cook our friends.
mischievous ones got what got coming to them.
Right?
So I'm not referring to any of mine as number one, number two. This is my fifth title. Because mine are not in any kind of order because, yeah. Easy Rider. So here has Peter Fonda, Dennis Hopper, and Jack Nicholson. Never seen this movie.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see it. It's opened up. I should watch it. So I may actually throw this one in tomorrow night and watch this one. But I've heard nothing but good things about this. It's, it's a classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great movie. It's short, but it's very trippy.
Yeah.
This
is a
heads up.
little digibook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great release. Yeah, I used to have that one until I got the big Criterion thing of it.
All right, Fish.
All right. Well, mine has been sitting behind me all night and always sits behind me. It is right here. It is 1977's classic, which started the one that Derek just talked about.
Yeah.
Star Wars. Before it was A New Hope, it was just Star Wars. Hold on, let me cover that up.
Yeah.
77, it was still Star Wars without the 4. And this one actually has the theatrical cut on it. I have this on DVD, so it's the only way I have it. But yes, Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia. You guys know the whole thing. Darth Vader, Death Star, space western, fantastic, beautiful music. Ron Williams once again, George Lucas and his vision, R2D2, C-3PO, Chewbacca. Can't say enough about this movie. It is one of my favorites of all time, and I know it is a lot of people's. So Star Wars is my number one for the year I was born.
Yep, great choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad no one Empire.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
as soon as I saw you were 77, I'm like, oh, yeah, Star Wars.
Yeah, no 80 straight up 80 kids in here, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, would Empire be your guys' choice then? Out of those?
If I was born in 80, Empire would have been mine.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's like a perfect film.
Oh,
It's-
I like the first two about
That's also why Lucas didn't mess with it much when he did all the special editions. There's very little, except for maybe just some stuff in the Cloud City and the arm with the Wampa,
Right.
because it was already perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
training sequence is the best. With the
Oh
Yoda
man,
stuff. Oh,
Yoda,
it's like whole like Rocky moment.
classic.
exactly.
All right, Last American Girl.
Okay,
What
sorry,
do you
big boy. Pretty sure I'm stealing this
You
one.
probably
But,
are. Go for it.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Yeah. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And I just
Yeah,
got
for
full.
me, it's Run, Forrest, Run. Absolutely quotable. The parallels. The first time I watched it, once I was like in U.S. history or something, sometime in high school. and got to learn everything, and the parallels, everything, perfection. Oh, so good. And then Mr. Hanks does such a good job, and the way it parallels both stories, his story and Jenny's story at the same time. It's just perfect. Someone needs to remake it, but like in newer times.
Yeah, nothing happened important.
Now, Last American Girl. I don't know if anybody's asked you this question before. Do you think Jenny is the villain of the story? I feel like a lot of people have said she is the villain from my panels I've had before. Would you say she's a villain?
I don't, because I mean she lived the same era, but she lived it the rough way. So Forrest got the lucky side of history, and she got the worst side of history. Everything kind of made her, and she tried to not involve them until the very end. And like, I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, though.
It's like you're completely right. You are totally right. You are totally right. She is not a, she's of course she's responsible for her actions, but she abuses a child, and things, just things and choices in life. You don't always make the right ones. Who's to say? But they're yours, and you live with them. And yeah, she didn't make the greatest ones, but a villain, I don't know, a villain, I'll say.
It was circumstantial.
But you deal with the hand that you're dealt in life, and you make those choices, and sometimes they're the right ones, and sometimes they're not, but they lead you to the life that you end up with, and hopefully it's something that you enjoyed. And sorry, got a little deep there.
See, it goes back to the box of chocolates. I get what you're saying, Fish.
Yeah,
it's like a box of chocolates, exactly. Yep. On her side, she didn't get the sweetest candy in life. So, yeah.
Preach it, Fish.
All right, so now I got to pivot here. So I guess we will go with one to make Tim happy now. Yay! So we got to pull The Shadow for Tim. Yeah. With the superhero movie there, you get Alec Baldwin. But yeah, I mean, classic superhero movie, a little bit different than the MCU stuff you get today. Definitely what I have to rewatch. So I've only seen it one time, but I got to go back and watch it. But Tim, you can probably talk a little bit about that one. Why do you love The Shadow?
Are you think I've been hyping up the Phantom?
You mean the Phantom?
You're not the '90s comic strip based movie.
The Shadow before. Never mind. Throw that one away.
Well, that's because
Make me happy. Not that I like it, but
the Phantom can slam evil. So
yeah, there's no Phantom. Let's put it that way.
I've almost bought The Shadow a few times, but
yeah, it was on sale the other week, and I was like, oh, I should get that, but I was like, why though?
I keep wanting to get the collector's version, though. The collector in me wants the better one. But
I didn't even know there was a better one.
Yeah,
who did the better one?
Like, hold up the cover. It actually just has the see the picture behind Alec Baldwin.
Yes,
that's the cover of the collector's edition. It's
is
just
it a Shout Factory one or something?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's awesome.
Well,
so that's why that one's always on sale, and the other one's not.
That explains
the
it.
other was too. Yeah.
Tim, pretend you love it. Go.
Like Elizabeth Shue, she's in that, right?
I was actually thinking when Mike pulled it, I'm like, did I really mention anything about The Shadow?
I thought you did. I felt like you mentioned both the Phantom and The Shadow together one time, but maybe I'm mistaken.
How could you mix those two movies up that are similarly named that came out around the same time that are both based on comic strips from the 50s?
They're a similar style, okay?
Well,
I know.
Well,
that's the same actor,
Tim,
too, right?
Tim, when you were doing your box, when you were doing your box set thing, I thought about doing that 30s heroes. So having Batman '89, Dick Tracy, the Phantom, the Shadow, and the Rocketeer, which was an original character, but that would have made a great box set. That was going to be what I was going to do until I thought of the Oscar thing.
Oh,
well, there you go. I made Pure Hangout happy.
There you go. Yeah,
I made someone happy. Tim's like, you ain't gonna make me happy tonight.
Yeah, Pure Hangout. Would you also toss in Doc Savage, Man of Bronze?
No, Doc Savage
with Ron Ely.
I don't think I know that one. I gotta watch that one.
It's so bad. Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, if the Phantom gets a 4K, I'm releasing a whole separate video on my channel just pretty much gushing about the Phantom getting a 4K. Make that happen.
We'll do a watch along.
Yeah, Phantom's great.
See, that's what we need. We need a boutique label for just classic superhero movies. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll run through the chat and then we'll get into some honorables. Caveman movies and more. I was born in 1968. Yes, before there was fire and we still had Square Stone World. Round ones didn't come out until the 70s.
That's right.
Square Stone.
Yeah, Adrian says, yes, Huck, I still love the Batman TV series to this day.
Great.
Right on, my friend. Let's go.
Yeah, Benny likes the Evil Dead 2 and the Easy Rider. Nice. Oh, we got Dell in the chat. Hello, Dell.
What's up, Dell?
Oh, yeah, Dell definitely says Jenny. I was trying to remember who said Jenny. I know somebody said Jenny was.
A lot of people say that, yeah, but she doesn't do all the horrible things on purpose.
Yeah, Fish. Lots of villains have sympathetic origin stories.
Before we move on, though, we should quickly mention KB's because KB did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Tim, do you have his list?
I do actually.
Right, all right, Tim, run it through.
All right, so yeah, KB couldn't make it unfortunately, but he did give us our list or his list. And number 5, he had the Honeymoon Killers. By the way, he is 1970. So the Honeymoon Killers. Then it is the Aristocats. Very cool.
Classic.
Watermelon Man, MASH, and Patton. Which Patton's fantastic.
Oh, wow.
So,
Victor winner.
yes.
Classy Oscar movies there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Aristocats is the first movie I watched when I got Disney Plus with my family.
How'd you like it, Last American Girl?
Aristocats is beautiful. We're a big cat family, so
Yes, love cats.
Mm-hmm.
There's MASH.
Oh, look at it. You guys got it.
Or in this case, Ash, because they got the sticker covering it up.
Yes.
I've had
There's
MASH
not the right movie.
for like 20 years, and I still haven't watched either of them. Actually,
Yeah, it's a Robert Altman movie. I think it's my favorite of his. I don't know. I might like Popeye more, but I like Robert Altman movies.
Why do I feel like that's a show as well? Is that a
Yeah, well,
show?
after the movie,
Actually, yeah, it was a TV show.
Oh, then
In
we
fact,
had the
I like the TV show a little better than the movie.
The show's pretty straight comedy, I think, right?
Yeah.
Movie's a little more dramatic.
And only one character, Radar, carried over from the movie to the TV show. Well,
Right.
sorry, one actor. Multiple characters did.
Yeah, the
but-
characters.
Yeah,
one
characters.
actor.
Yeah, actor. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into those honorable mentions. All right, Huck, I'm sure you have a stack here. I'm sure you got a stack of like 30.
I
do
mean,
you have any one? Do you have one honorable?
you're hilarious. Right? I just got honorable mentions like anyone else has honorable mentions, right? I mean, come on. Okay, look, I don't have any, but because there are none. There was nothing else outside of. But what I will give you are honorable mentions. Era from the decade that because I was going to give up on just that year, but I stuck to it. So these were honorable mentions from the decade that are absolute. I wish they were in my year, but we got Bonnie and Clyde, which is an absolute gem of a movie. To Kill a Mockingbird, that was 62.
Yeah.
And Bonnie and Clyde was 67, so I missed it by 1 year. Planet of the freaking Apes, y'all.
Dang.
Came out in 68. Tony, so close.
Yep.
You as well. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh,
Mike, Hook said a swear word.
Is it all dented
they
now?
ruined my Bond movies. Here they are. All right. Did I destroy the box? No, okay. So, and I missed Bond movies. Literally, there's Bond movies on both sides of my year.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So, Goldfinger is 64 and Thunderball was 65. So cut a couple of good Bond movies in there. And is that it? Yeah, and Psycho, from Hitchcock. So that's just for my decade. My year ain't got no honorable mentions.
You made it suspenseful though, Huck, with the almost dropping of the Bond films. Right
Dude, they just slid out. I was like, oh. And as a collector, it's going to hit the side of the table, put a ding in it. I'm like, yeah. Anyway, so there you go.
Crack a disc, all the fun stuff.
I'll just roll out.
All
Tim, I'm sure
right.
you did better than I did.
I know you got a lot of honorable.
I am sticking to my year, but
Of course, because you can.
this is already like a bunch of bangers right here. But Lost Boys is 1987. I let my copy out, so I don't have it physically right now. But yeah, Lost Boys, Princess Bride, which I don't actually own, but I'm going to grab that 4K. But that's 1987. Then we also have The Untouchables, freaking awesome movie.
Yep.
Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which some people think is the best. If it's not the best, it's the second best. So that's awesome. Predator, the original Predator. 2 Arnold movies.
Dang.
Beverly Hills Cop 2, which I enjoyed a lot. This was actually the highest grossing movie of 87. Freaking Monster Squad. Monster Squad.
Yeah.
We got Harry and the Hendersons.
Nice.
We got RoboCop. RoboCop.
Yeah, 87 wins.
Baseballs.
Oh, yes.
Keep going, Tim. Keep going.
Creepshow 2.
Woo.
Okay.
I agree.
Dirty Dancing.
Wow.
I mean, and there's more. This year is absolutely phenomenal.
I know. Suck
Yeah,
it.
Tim wins for sure.
Wonderful
What are you
year.
going to do, Tim?
And I saw most of those in the theater.
Picking it
I think
scraps.
those are the best movies of they could be on a decade list. Like just listing
know.
those could just be like some of the greatest of the 80s decade. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
87 was darned good.
Mhm.
All right,
Tough
Derek.
act.
Yeah.
Stop that. Yep.
Well, when I ran out of the room quick, I was like, hey, I should grab some honorable mentions because I didn't do that. So I did that. And I have yet another Tom Cruise classic before he got his front teeth from over here to here. You want me Legend,
Yeah. Love Legend.
the second best zombie movie of 1985, at least in my opinion. Return of the Living Dead, which is amazing. Reanimator, another old classic. I also have the Fright Night. I forgot to grab Fright Night, but I haven't watched it, so I didn't want to cheat. So that's why I didn't grab it. And The Stuff.
Yeah.
I love The Stuff. You can't get enough of that wonderful stuff.
See, I still need to see the stuff.
Oh,
It
it's
looks
fun.
cool though.
It's okay.
Makes you hungry for whipped cream, that's for sure.
Does it?
All right, peer hangout.
So I didn't grab any, but I remember Tim said, I can't remember who it was now, but he had talked about somebody who had multiple movies that came out in one year. And Tom Cruise was that way in 83. Not only did he have Risky Business, but he also had The Outsiders and All the Right Moves with Marty McFly's mom. And then,
Awesome.
what was that?
Awesome.
Oh.
I love all those movies.
Her name is Leah Thompson.
Yeah, Leah Thompson. But also Stephen King, he had Cujo, he had The Dead Zone, and Christine come out
Yes,
that year.
Christine. Sorry.
And I'm sorry, yeah, I'm not as high on Christine as everybody else is.
Whoa.
Wow. The crowd's turning.
That turned real quick.
And then I was hoping to get this one watched beforehand because I haven't seen it in full ever, just caught bits and parts on TV. But Mr. Mom with Michael Keaton,
Oh,
I know people love that movie, so
yeah.
that's another one that probably would be an honorable mention had I seen it all.
Mr. Mom was fun. I didn't watch it
Christine.
until like a year or two ago for the first time.
Love Mr. Mom. Oh yeah, I've been watching that since the 80s. Yes.
Want to talk about the beer? All right.
The
The beer is in its transitional stage right now. That's all. When it comes in, it's gonna look great.
Can you believe he's going to be that man? I don't believe it.
The
I
mustache.
knew Mike was up to something. Either he went to the bathroom or he was looking for a clip.
I know. I'm like so many
Like-
clips right here. I'm like, I know I had a Mr. Mom clip somewhere. Let me just scroll
Like,
through real
Derek,
quick.
keep talking. Keep talking. Stretch it
Yeah.
out.
I'm like- Oh yeah, Mr. Mom's so good. Yeah,
It's fun.
must watch. All right,
Yeah,
Tony.
Here it comes.
So I have one honorable mention, which happens to be a James Bond film, and
Lucky.
it is everybody's favorite James Bond, George Lazenby
Nice.
on Her Majesty's Secret Service. This is
Yeah,
the one and done James Bond film for George Lazenby.
Good though.
The
It is
Australian
It's
James
a
Bond.
great movie though.
Yep. If anybody wants to know what George Lazenby looks like,
You could actually he sells autographs on his own site, and they're pretty reasonable too.
oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Remember when he broke the fourth wall in that movie? And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, at the front.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen his documentary? It was
Yeah.
on one of the streaming services. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mhm.
Interesting.
That was
But
good.
like, yeah, they offered him like a 6-movie Bond contract, and he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
And it was all because of his beard, right? He didn't want to shave his beard. He's like, I like having a beard.
Oh yeah, they didn't even want him at the premiere of the movie with
Yeah.
his beard.
I need to watch that documentary.
Oh, it's so
It's
good. I
really
forgot
good, Tony.
where's it on? What streaming is it? Hulu or Netflix?
I think it was on Hulu.
Hulu.
I got so many services. Could have been Max.
I
I don't
know.
know.
It's probably Hulu because I see a lot of
Yeah.
Could have been
Yeah,
Tubi
yeah,
or for all I know.
Right.
It's an interesting
Definitely wasn't
story
too.
though, how he like got chosen and all of that. Like he snuck
Yeah,
in
it's
and all that.
interesting.
It was a good
I'm
doc.
bad at Julie
He
Slaughter.
looks
Watching
very
the
close
movies.
to Sean Connery though. Like they're
Mhm.
pretty close looking. So
Mhm.
all right, Fish. What do we got?
All right. Well, there's some I haven't seen. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot of these, but I got one in that I really want to check out, and it came from '77, and it's a brand new Kino title. It's White Buffalo with Charles Bronson, and then Will Sampson here. I talk about him a lot. He's one of my favorite Native American actors, but he's also family. He's my grandpa's cousin. So.
Awesome.
So I try to find, and when this was announced from Kino, I was like, oh yes, another Will Sampson title, Blu-ray, and it's a Kino with a slipcover. So yeah, but I do want to check this out. This came out in '77, so I'm excited about that. Other than that, there were some other things, but I haven't seen them. Saturday Night Fever came out that year. Slapshot, Spy Who Loved Me, Kentucky Fried Movie, High Anxiety.
That's good too.
So there's a lot that I want to check out that came out my year, but I haven't seen. Oh, Pete's Dragon came out that year. I've seen Pete's Dragon. So,
great.
but yeah, so going to the 70s as a decade, the year before me, which won the Best Academy or Best Picture for '77, was Rocky.
Oh yes.
Even though it came out in '76, it won for '77. Jaws came out the decade I was born. Halloween, Superman, the original Superman, the movie, came out the year after I was born. And Grease also came out the year after I was born. So
Nice. Love
yeah,
Grease.
great decade for movies. Even though I haven't seen a lot of them, I have seen other than my year.
Can we bring up this whole debate about Grease 2 being better than Grease?
Yeah, let's
No.
talk about
There's a
that.
debate about it?
There's worse.
I haven't seen
That's
Grease
right, wait.
too, so I have no idea.
Clearly.
No
No.
debate.
I said, yeah, my comment was, Grease 2 has its moments. I love it. I really do. Michelle Pfeiffer's great, but they don't do Grease 2 in high school plays. They don't do Grease 2. They do Grease. Okay.
Adrian Zemeck does Grease on stage for a reason.
Yeah.
Because he was in Grease too.
Adrian Schmidt.
You meant
sliding
Annie Hall.
down the bowling
Annie
lane.
Hall in '77 is amazing.
Come on.
Oh,
And
yes,
they have
Annie
a-
Hall. That's another one I need to check out. Yes, Annie Hall, Woody Allen, Diane Keaton. Yes.
And I'm guessing nobody has checked out the Grease show right now. That's streaming.
There's a
Nobody's
show.
seen that one. I think there is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't
how is
taken
it, huh?
down? I
It's
swear
a-
it was.
it's a-
It was taken down
Go
though,
ahead, Tim.
right? The Pink Ladies. It was.
Was
taken
it-
down.
how
Oh,
was
that.
it taken-
Oh, Pink Ladies on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Well,
No, it's
they-
on
they-
Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
It's on
no, it
Paramount
was
Plus.
it was removed. It was either
Why?
removed or is being removed. You know how these streaming services have been pulling shows and
Oh,
movies.
for the
Yeah,
Oh,
Writers
yeah,
strike
the
up.
roles.
For the rights, for the writers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not for
Mhm.
any major reason though, right? Like it's offensive, so they're
no,
just
not
taking it.
offensive. It's just they're like erasing it essentially. Like it's pulled. It's not.
Yeah.
available.
Wow,
like
I better
low
hurry up
rating.
and see it.
They're
Yeah.
deleting it from existence.
When I was on the plane coming back from our vacation, like they had like 2 episodes of it on the plane. I'm like, you know what? I love Grease. Let's check it out. And it was cute. You know, it had its little charm, like enough that I was going to keep watching it. So, but you got to
Not
love
anymore.
Grease. I mean, Fish, you're with me, right? Come on, you're.
Oh, absolutely, definitely. I love
Come on, we got to
Grease.
do a watch
Word
along with
after all.
pink ladies. Yeah.
It's the word.
Chang, chang, changity, chang.
You changed about. Now we got it. Now we're cooking. But you know, and they also have a lot of the characters' names. So it's like, oh, that's the birth of so and so's character and that character, you know. So there's no Danny or Sandy. You can't do that. But you know,
Right.
you might bump
Some
into like some other ones, some side characers.
I gotta say that this whole
Eugene was always my favorite.
There is a guy I swear is Eugene. It's some nerd in the hallway. They slap the books out of his hand. I'm like, that's gonna be Eugene. I bet.
All right, Tim, your rant. You
Just
had a
gonna say
rant
this
coming
whole
on.
idea of I mean, I wouldn't say I think we all agree this whole removing shows and movies,
Oh yeah.
pretty much almost deleting them from existence is really kind of starting to piss me off. Like it's just there was not that I cared to watch it, but Disney removed what the hell is it? With McKenna Grace.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was literally up for not even 2 full months. Not even 2 months, and it's
Wow.
taken down off the service.
Wow.
That's too
That's it.
fast.
And it was
man.
never released on any physical media, so it's just gone forever.
Yeah,
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
they're just asking you to pirate at that point.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
they are. All right, so be it, right, Tony? Let's go.
That's right.
Only the pirate.
That
thing
woke
over
you
here.
up. Tony's like, let's go. Send you the link.
And I'll be linking sloppy seconds. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, Last American Girl. You got any honorables?
Yep. So speaking of Disney, my honorable mentions have the theme of movies that would eventually end up on Disney Channel. And we've got Blank Check, we've
Nice.
got Richie Rich, and the Santa Claus.
Oh,
Nice.
Great
Mhm.
choices.
I love Blank Check.
And I love all of those.
Blank Check is great.
Yeah.
Okay, but I do have to get going. So happy birthday, Mike. Happy birthday, Anna. Happy anniversary to Mike and Anna.
Thank you so much. Have a good
And,
one, Last American Girl.
If someone could send me that taste testing of the BTS coffees, I'd appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You can do
Okay,
that.
all right. Bye.
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 Good fix tonight.
All right, so I have a few more 94 choices here. So gotta have The Paper, of course. Michael Keaton movie, really good. So yeah, highly recommend it. Let's see, we got Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. There you go.
Still need to buy that one. It's
Yeah.
weird.
But it's really good. It's more closer to the book than the original Frankenstein movie. So
Yeah.
how's that going for it?
Yeah, that's true.
And then, of course, everybody's favorite sequel. You gotta have My Girl too.
My Girl Harder.
Jamie Lee Curtis is there again. You know, it's actually not too bad. It's not a masterpiece like the first My Girl, but it's pretty decent. It's watchable.
It's no Grease 2, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's not leaps and bounds better than the original. Grease too.
Yeah.
Is it The Paper and Spotlight, are those good double features?
Mhm.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I'm like, it's not nearly as intense as the sequel Spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spotlight.
I watch it every year.
I
At
like
least.
the
yeah.
paper better.
Spotlight's definitely a tough one to watch.
Extremely
But-
rewatchable.
Yeah, I
But
like
the
the paper
paper-
better.
The Paper is very intense. The Paper is very intense. Like if you get into Michael Keaton's mindset, there, you're like, I gotta get it to the paper. I must get it done. You know. Yeah.
Oh, my is great.
All right. And then I'll give kind of everybody a chance just to run through what they got going on for their channel, promote anything they would like, of course. So Huck, what do we got going on?
Well, y'all, Huck's Pop Culture Cafe, come on over. I got the morning mug every Tuesday morning. Tend to go out and do swap meets. You know what I usually do. But the big thing coming up is might as well make the big announcement. We've done it on the mug twice, but at the end of this month, four of us that are here, we're doing a week-long Collectors Club extravaganza. It's going to start on, look at that there. Oh my God, I'm ready to go. Sunday night, we got our Collectors Club number 5, and that is going to be sci-fi themed. Monday night, thank you, this is very helpful. Trivia night number 19, also sci-fi themed. And then the morning mug, we hope to have some guests on to make that a little bit different. Wednesday night, of course, it'll be on Mike's channel. We're doing our favorite Chris Nolan movies. Then on Derek's channel, Thursday night, we're doing the movie poster tournament. And Friday night is on Tim's channel. We're doing a big old movie recommendation that we're super excited for. And then we're going to wrap it all up on the recap show here on Mega Mike's channel. So it's going to be chock full, y'all.
7 days of stream calculus.
It's a good thing I had that ready to go. That was a lot right there.
And everybody join us and help us out. Yeah, right. Just ready to go.
I would have forgotten too, so don't feel bad.
Tony, we're gonna have you on. Tony, you're part of the club now. You have to be on.
Yes, finally.
You want to
Legally,
pop
you're
in?
part of Collectors Club.
You can pop in.
All right, Tim, I know we're collecting some videos and lists here, so
Yeah, so I have to get around to responding to everybody, but I have everybody's list, so no one needs to worry. I need to catch up on stuff. Work has been taking a lot of my time, so I'm behind on just a lot of stuff. But everything is still going as planned. The end of the month is the end of submissions, and the 11th and the 12th are 2 streams. So going over the top 25, well, really top 50, but it's still officially the top 25. But for the 1980s. So yeah, I'm pumped for that. I'm pumped for the end of this month with these awesome people on here for our Collectors Club week extravaganza of amazingness. But yeah, hopefully I get a video out very shortly. It's just work has been taking a lot from me right now.
Yeah.
And Tim, how many lists did you get last time for the 90s stream?
90s was 160. This is not near on pace.
Help me get one more.
Wow.
But regardless, though, I'm happy for everybody that is submitted, and it's going to be a fun time. So it's just pretty much to gush about 80s movies. I mean,
Let's
the
go.
80s was awesome.
Yeah, what I said also.
All right, Derek, what do we got going on?
Well, I've been gone, so not much. Thanks for having me once again. Happy birthday once again, Michael. Yes, the Collectors Club Super Mega Pop Culture Extreme Yay Movies week of streaming is happening at the end of July / early August. Will be happening. So yeah, look forward to that. 7 days of streaming, I believe. Personally, I don't have a ton coming up, except for I will be making a video for Tim's 80s countdown, probably the same way I did my 90s one, which is leaving it up to the wheel of fate, because the 80s had too many damn good movies to let me pick which ones were the best. So I'm going to leave it up to the wheel of fate once again. And yeah, we'll see what else I come up with in the meantime. I'm busy too. So yeah, vacations and all that, and who knows.
See, Derek, that's why Howard the Duck is going to be number 1, and you're going to screw the whole thing up.
Hey, you know what's
on the
number
list.
1 on my list, so it only needs a few more.
There's nothing wrong with Howard the Duck.
See?
I own 2 copies of
Only needs
it,
a few
okay?
more.
Mainly because Tony gave me one of them, but still, I own 2 copies of it.
I'm telling you, Howard the Duck's gonna make the list, even if it's number 50 right there. It's gonna at least get the.
It's better than every other superhero movie that came out this year, so I'm not complaining. Except for maybe Spider-Verse.
All right, Beer Hangout. What do we got going on?
Right now, I'm just doing a lot of Criterion stuff because of the Barnes & Noble sale. But coming up, I have, well, your Tom Cruise stream.
Yeah.
And you'd have to give the date on that. And then I believe I'm invited to do Derek's poster stream.
Yes, the poster stream that will be happening as well. Yes.
Yeah, so those are my 2 coming up, where I will be seen. I'm not doing them, but I'm on them.
Yeah. We're all over it.
Yeah, I was just looking up the Tom Cruise stream. That's gonna be the 25th. 25th.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
No one take
All
my
right.
And happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Tony, what do we got going on?
Yeah, so Sunday night we have the Middle Evolution 4, our collecting of Screen Factory titles. So that'll be this coming Sunday night. I I've got a live stream Saturday night on somebody else's channel about the top 5 Criterion selections, and I think that's it
For now.
for now.
Other than your normal everyday stuff, right?
Everyday video. I got a video every day. Every day there's a video.
Yeah, I commend you and Ken and Sue and anyone that does that. Well, Derek, you do daily too, so yeah.
I get videos too usually.
Oh
on
shoot,
the
Mike!
daily.
Even
if it's a short once in a while, there's at least something.
I don't know how you all do it. I seriously don't.
Right now, I do it for like a week, and then I have to like sleep for a month.
The one takes help me, just where there's no editing. That's how I do it. I do a heavy video, and then I do a heavy editing video, and then the rest of the week it's kind of the one takes.
That's your secret.
I can't even do that.
Yeah, exactly. No, because I myself. Mike, thanks for having me. Happy birthday to Anna as well. Well, Fish the Film Collector, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram. I have not put out a video in a month, actually, almost. So I need to get on that. Work as well. I work at the theater, so Indiana Jones, Crazy Insidious kicked our butt last weekend. But so the summer is really crazy at the theater, but I'm going to try and get some content out. Definitely have to do a video for Tim's Top 25. And then I still want to do a Rat Pack movies that made me, because I've got some great picks for some movies that made me. But other than that, I really don't have a whole lot going on. I do need to get out and about and do some more hunting and videos like I used to. I miss those. And St. Louis kind of hit me. Tim knows what I'm talking about. Hit the wall a little hard, so I've been kind of backing off on the movie hunting and collecting right now. I might get a title a week, but anyways, thank you very much for having me. I really had a wonderful time celebrating you tonight, and just look for me in the future. So thank you very much again.
Fish, good luck with Barbenheimer. That's a big weekend.
Barbenheimer, that's hilarious.
Oh my God, I've got so many people already saying they're going from one to the other.
Double feature.
Feature. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like,
I hope people are going to start with Oppenheimer and end with Barbie, though.
I would start with the heavy. I would definitely start with the heavy and end with some lighter films.
I don't know how people do that, though. I mean, that's going to be at least 6 hours, right? 6 hours with previews and connecting with other movies.
The previews are at least an hour, right?
Yeah. They are getting to be that way. But thankfully I work at a theater where you can eat and drink. So
nice. Fish love drinking.
My worst nightmare.
Eating and drinking and watching movies?
Yes, at the same time inside of a theater. Man.
Why?
Tony hates eating.
I like quiet. No cell phones. Yeah.
So you like all the knives and forks clanking on the plate,
smacking and chewing and sipping,
burping,
breathing heavily,
talking. People coming in and out, bringing your food.
It's not for everyone.
Tony hates movies also.
I like just a regular movie theater.
There it
is. Definitely. There is something said about that. Absolutely. No, trust me. I get it. I totally get it, Tony.
All right.
I commend Fish for what he does, though, because he serves and does all that.
The masses.
Yes. Thank you very much. Yes. I love it, though. I love it. I enjoy it. I really enjoy serving. So, a lot of fun.
All right. And thank you again, panel, for being here. Everybody's links are in the description below, audience. So make sure you go ahead, show them some love, head over to their channel, subscribe, watch all their amazing video content, of course. And then for my channel, you guys know video posting daily. I am going to be going on vacation soon, though. So that means you'll probably get 5 videos instead of 7 for the week. So that's when I cut back and everything's backlogged. I was able to get, I think, 5 backlogs. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, if you missed the recent video, remember Prime Day. Prime Day is almost over, just a few more hours. So you got to get your Prime Day physical media deals in. A lot of good stuff going on. So definitely check out that video on my channel if you haven't shopped yet. And then, of course, tomorrow I'm going to be on another amazing person's channel, the 4K Lowdown. So if you haven't visited the 4K Lowdown channel, make sure you stop on by there. And we're going to be talking 5 of my favorite movies of all time. That's why you see these gems on there. Look at that. Look at all those amazing choices. Joker, Holes, I mean, Dark Knight Rises. You can't do better than that. So that's going to be a great time. Make sure you subscribe to the 4K Lowdown. But there we go. Sorry if I missed anybody's comments in the chat there. I know we got some last minute people coming in at the end. But thank you, audience, for being here. All the great comments, all the awesome happy birthday wishes. Much appreciated. So thank you for celebrating your my birthday, Anna's birthday, I guess, anniversary, all that fun stuff. But thank you all again. But have a great night out there, and I'll go watch all these amazing movie recommendations.
Yeah.
Have a good one,
Happy
everyone.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Bye.